displaying the glory of God's creation by exploring America one park at a time. Welcome to Parking Full Time with Big Dave, the park's professor. 10th hole. The par and distance are at the top of the screen. This hole plays mostly down a wide and seldom used hiking trail. There is dense underbrush on either side of the fairway, so errant throws will be punished. Also, the lake is on the right, and that is as close as this course gets to the lake. That's kind of a missed opportunity in the design, in my view. Up near the basket, the hole doglegs left and heads uphill to get to the basket. There's the view from behind the basket back to the tee. The next 4 holes play up and down this steep hillside. For the first 10 holes, this course has more or less played through the dense woods, but now we start to break out into the open. This hole is steeply uphill, and in spite of the distance, it's going to take a pretty good throw to get up to the basket. There is some dense woods off to the right, and also some dense woods behind this basket, so you really don't want to miss there. There's the view from behind the basket back downhill to the tee. The 12th hole is a long par 3. It is downhill, so it's not quite as long as this distance indicates, but it's still plenty long. There are also plenty of trees up here and plenty of bushes that you need to navigate. Probably a sweeping left to right disc flight off of the tee is the best idea here, and even then you'll need some luck to avoid all of these trees. I want to welcome you back to Parking Full Time. I am Big Dave, the park's professor. We are at Bucks Creek State Park. We are in Springfield, Ohio, and so we're in central Ohio. As we get close to the basket here, you'll see just how tight the area around the basket, and a thought occurred to me that if some of these shrubs were cut back, that would make this basket more accessible and it would make this a more manageable hole. As it is, this is a really hard hole, and 3 would be a really good score here. There's the view back to the tee. The 13th hole plays back uphill. It's similar in spirit to the 11th hole, but it's longer. It is a slight dogleg right, so you're probably going to want to use a slight left to right disc flight in order to get close to the basket in one throw. But there is dense woods off to the right, so you have to be careful not to overcut your disc. I captured this video on Monday, October the 28th, and it was a beautiful late morning with temperatures in the upper 50s when I came here. In spite of that, I only saw a couple of people in this park, and I was the only player on the disc golf course. There's the 13th basket, and there's a view back down to the tee from behind the basket. The 14th hole is the signature hole on this course. There are 2 tees, and this is the view from the front tee. Honestly, I didn't realize there was a back tee until I found it quite a bit later. You want to aim just to the left of the tall trees you see directly ahead, and you literally throw over the small trees that are at the bottom of the hill. This is really an exciting throw. We jump down to the bottom of the hill, and now we're going to walk down to the basket. You can see there's this tight mowed grass area here, but there aren't really any other severe rough hazards, and therefore you can really let one fly here. The area around the basket is completely open. This is a really exciting hole, and it's easily my favorite hole on this course. There's the view back uphill to the tee. After possibly the best hole on this course comes possibly the worst. This hole plays out of this little chute of trees, but once we get out of this little chute of trees, it's going to really open up, and after that, this hole is mostly flat, it's really open, and honestly, it's pretty boring. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for watching this video. Parking Full Time would not be anything without the people who watch. I realize that every day, and I heartily thank you every day. Also, I do not make any monetary compensation for anything I do for this project. And so the only things I get for making these videos and writing these course reviews are your likes, your subscribes, your views, and your comments, and I do appreciate all of those things. The 16th hole is another mostly open prairie-style hole similar to the previous hole. It starts out pretty flat, but the second half plays steeply uphill to get to the basket. In fact, this hole will get us back up to the top of the hill for the final time, and this is the last hole with any real elevation on this course. The area around the basket is actually fairly tight. The basket is guarded on 3 sides by dense woods, and so you definitely don't want to miss long as you're approaching this basket. There's the 16th basket. And there's a view back down the hill back to the tee. The course closes with 2 long holes. The 17th hole, like some of the holes on the front 9, actually has 2 baskets. They're both yellow disc catchers, and there's no obvious way to distinguish one basket from the other. The first basket is dead ahead, whereas the other one on this hole is off to the right. When I played here, I liked the one off to the right better because I like the angles that it creates, and therefore we're going to walk to the one on the right just because I like its location better. If you're playing to the right basket, this is a dogleg right. There is dense woods on the inside of the dogleg, and so you don't really want to try to cut the dogleg. You want to use a left to right disc flight to get your disc around the dogleg. The basket is in the middle of this cul-de-sac at the end of a park road. It's a seldom used park road, and I did not see many other people. I saw one other person around here when I played here. There's the view from behind the basket back to the tee. The 18th hole is the final hole on this course. It's fairly long, it's completely flat, it's fairly straight, and honestly it's pretty uninspiring. It plays directly across this mowed grass field. Overall, I do like this course. There are some areas where some of the shrubs need to be cut back to allow for better lines of play, such as back on the 12th hole. Also, some of the signs on this course are not in the best of shape. So this course does have some rough edges, but if you can tolerate a little bit of roughness, you'll have a really good round here. That's the park's restroom building off to the right. Near this parking lot there is a restroom building, a practice basket, and also some picnic tables in terms of amenities. You see that there is a single tree guarding the right-hand side of the basket, and so you probably want to bring your disc in from the left in order to get the best angle of attack to this basket. There's the view from behind the basket back to the tee. That is the end of the course. Thank you for watching. Have a great afternoon. Take care, and Lord bless.